I saw this comment from one of my previous videos and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't told the boys about this new exercise that I'm doing in these videos. And this is basically just a creativity kind of imagination exercise for animators, and you only need a photo to make this exercise. Basically, and this exercise just consists on that you have to imagine from a particular pose, from a specific pose as you are like seeing right now, what action did it lead to that pose. I hope that makes sense. Like, what movement must have happened for you to achieve or to reach that pose that you are drawing. And from that on, you need to imagine again, now that you have the pose and the previous pose, how can the movement continue, you know? And this exercise basically just helps you if you're an animator, but mostly if you are a rough animator, a rough artist animation, because if you think of it, just think of how does a rough animator works, which is to just make the actual animation from zero, you know, from scratch. You basically, all the reference that you have is, well, of course, some, you know, model shit, but you have just the storyboard to work on your animation. And if you think of it, it's pretty cool, because it's like you as a rough artist, you're the one that composes the whole opera. You're like the symphony master. I hope that's how you pronounce it. But if you think of it, it's like, yeah, man, you need to have this creativity. You need to have like this imagination for you to actually understand how poses works and how movements works in general, you know? Now, of course, you need to have in mind, like, you don't always need to do like two key poses. You can have like 3, 4, maybe 5 key poses to match the actual energy that you wanna give to your practice, you know? And talking about this, what poses should I just choose for making this practice? And for this, honestly, I'm only gonna recommend you to do sport-based poses because of one specific thing, which is action. And of course, you can have like just a kinda boring pose, and from that you can add a lot of acting to the character. But honestly, that's kinda difficult, and for me, that I'm actually just a beginner and I'm an amateur only, it is easier for me to just take something that has actually just some action already in the pose, you know? So that's why I recommend you to use sports-based poses, or gestural sports-based poses. I hope that's how you say it. Or fighting poses, you know, all of that stuff. Basically, just search for images that have some action in it, some line of action, some gesture, some etc, you know. And what time should you take? Maybe no more than 40 minutes, because take in mind, like, it's only a practice, you know. You don't want to take that long in just a practice, because if it fails, as we talked in the previous video, if it fails and if it doesn't look like as good as you would like to, you're gonna waste a lot of time, you know. So just take more than 40 minutes, maybe like the sweet spot is like 30 minutes, because you make like a quick little animation and you don't take that much, and it looks clean, it looks great, and you feel accomplished once you finish your animation. And if it takes too long for you to animate all of the body, just take in mind to simplify the whole process, you know. Take the minimum required for the animation to look like, well, animated. In this case, just as you are seeing right now, I'm using this specific tactic, which I call B&B, balls and boxes, and just basically remove all of the unnecessary things in the human body for you to animate something, and you'll reach to this point which you have only 3 boxes, you know, the head, the chest, and the hips, and all of the articulations in form of balls, you know, like the shoulders, the knees, the toes, the hands, the hips, all of that. So yeah, I hope you take in mind all of this that needs to be done for you to achieve some creativity animation skills, and we'll see each other in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Avocado and Toby Waffles for being the coffee supporters of the past month. And goodbye.